Knock on wood.
I don't know. I can't afford any more injury. I don't want to have to
No,
do that.
we don't want you to have nothing else.
No, I don't want to do that surgery again either. That recovery was, I underestimated it significantly, and yeah, I'm not trying to do that again. But thank you. Let me move this down here. So I thought of, and if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I thought it would be a good idea, simply because I feel like you personally have expressed to me that you feel like you're being torn in different directions, and that breaks my heart because I don't ever want you to feel that way, you know.
And your mama feels the same way, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is never.
She's crying in front of me. Your mama.
Oh, I can't handle that.
She can't. She can't.
Well,
It's not right to her either.
Well, it's. I guess the only way I guess I can describe that is to say that whenever somebody attacks your character like that, it's heartbreaking, especially when the accusations are false. It's going to hurt your feelings, you know, and she's never been anything but nice to anybody, you know, so she's also not used to having somebody look at her and tell her that they think that she's a bad person, or
They're saying the neighborhood saying she's bad.
the neighborhood is?
Yeah,
Who?
like Rick.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother novel. I mean, I have expressed my opinion on that man for many, many years.
Yeah.
And Grandma asked me, as a favor to her, to keep that to myself because she had to live next door to him.
Yeah.
So I bit my tongue. That's a whole nother novel,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't think that constitutes the neighborhood. But, I mean, if anybody else is going to any of the other neighbors and
They don't know your mama.
right, I mean they know her, but they don't know her like you know her or whatever, and they don't know what the situation is. So when they're only being told information by
Ooh.
one person,
Yeah,
then
Tim.
right, well that's how I feel. But you know, when you only get one side of a story, you know, it's hard for you to make an informed decision about anything or anyone when you don't know the whole story. So if somebody's going around talking to the neighbors about your personal business and this situation that's going on, shame on them. Shame on them. But, you know, Mom has just never had anybody attack her character like that. So to be told that you are an abuser and that you're abusing and neglecting and manipulating somebody that you care deeply for, it's heartbreaking. You know, because I mean, I think that would.
It breaks my heart.
Huh?
It breaks my heart to see you cry.
Yeah. You know, I mean, do you feel like she's manipulated, abused, or neglected you?
No,
Has she ever yelled at you?
no. She's right. She comes, even though and deep down I'm going, she's going, golly, she's driving me crazy.
She does.
Comes, you know?
You know what? That's what friends do. And I don't think that she feels that way.
I know, but
Now, maybe when, I'll be real honest, maybe when you call her and tell her that you have shit on the floor or something and you need her to come clean up, now, she might be like, damn it, Lana, you know. But is she
Yeah.
going to come? Absolutely, you know.
Yeah.
Is she going to help you? Absolutely. You know, it's not a personal thing, you know, to kind of feel like, ugh. I think anybody would, but yes, she does it because she loves you.
she helps, yeah.
Yes, you know,
And
so.
if you was close, I'm sure you'd do it too.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will do whatever I can to help you. I will do whatever you want. There is nothing wrong with your mind. You know, which is a wonderful thing because all too often the mind fails before the body does. You know, or in some cases the body fails, but the mind. I would rather my body fail and I keep my mind. And I think, you know, that's more of your position. You have medical issues, but there's nothing wrong with your mind.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same token, you're a human, and it's not fair to pull you in different directions. You know, or to make you feel guilty. My whole point for starting any of this was because Donald passed, and you told me that you both had a last will and testament. He left everything to you, you left everything to him. He's gone. You need to update your estate planning documents.
Yeah.
And having your estate planning in order before you have problems with your mind or before your health starts to really fail,
To really get bad.
that's what you're supposed to do. And if somebody cares about somebody, that's what you encourage them to do. And that's what I was doing. I'm encouraging you to do a will. I'm encouraging you to do a power of attorney. I'm encouraging you to get your affairs in order because you don't want to be super sick and then trying to make these decisions. I mean, can you imagine if you don't make these decisions,
Someone's gonna make them.
the state's going to make them for you.
The court.
Yeah.
And the court's gonna get it all.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, I mean, and that's the thing. That's why estate planning is so important. It's important. I'm not, hopefully, anywhere near end of life.
Yeah.
And I am redoing my estate planning to keep it updated. It's what you do to protect the ones you love.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the smart thing to do. And I want people who are going to be taking care of me to know what my wishes are. I want them to know before I can't tell them, and then they have to make decisions based off of what they think my wishes are. Because if they get it wrong, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
You know, so estate planning is important for anybody and for everybody to do. Everybody. I just wanted you to have yours done so that you wouldn't have to worry about it. I had no idea that it was going to, that this would be the outcome. I don't even know what the words are. That this would be the outcome. I'm infuriated, I'm infuriated at the whole the whole thing because it's so unnecessary and it's just wrong. You know, it's not about what anybody else wants but you. And that's why I said I was just trying to get you straight so that you could live the rest of your life and not have to worry about anything like that. I just had no idea that people were going to start coming out of the woodworks and that accusations were going to start getting thrown and fighting was going to ensue. I think it's all ridiculous, personally. It's ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. That's just my personal opinion. For whatever that's worth. You know, I just want you to be happy. I want your wishes put down on paper so everybody knows what Lana wants. So when that time comes and somebody else has to make decisions on your behalf, that they're making the appropriate decisions.
Done in the right way.
Yeah, in the way that you want. Yeah, the way that you want it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. And that's why I'm just so...
Dumbfounded.
I am dumbfounded. That's a good word for it. I'm just dumbfounded because, you know, I've always given you the good, the bad, and the ugly with everything.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. I play devil's advocate. I tell you the worst that could happen. I tell you the best that could happen. And I've always tried my best to, and I do that with everybody and everything that I do. And I'm not perfect. I'm human, you know. And if anything that I ever say somebody disagrees with, you're more than welcome to speak up with that. But I just don't understand how everything got to this point.
Because I say what I feel and go to somebody else and they say what they thought they heard me say. And that's not what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion of what I want. I don't even know what I want.
I know, we all know. Yeah, it's not even it's not even necessarily, you know what you want. You know, it's hard being placed in a situation where when you tell somebody what you want and they don't agree with it, and they interject their opinions as to why, to make somebody feel guilty is not right. Or to try to convince somebody to change their mind because it's not what they want is wrong. That's why I said when we were doing that, I told you if you want to leave everything to the SPCA to help fund a shelter for homeless kitty cats, we'll do that. And that's why I said, you tell me what you want, and all I did was write it down. Now, it has,
got all twisted up.
well, it's not been twisted. It's just, it's not, other people don't agree with the decisions that you made.
That's why Becky and Teresa, my blood,
Mm-hmm.
feel the way they do. And then I got Dawn and them feeling that way they feel. But that they want to go, Teresa, Becky, Dawn, and Randy want to be together, all four of them.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. It's not their decision. It's it's Lana's decision to do with
I want to
whatever you do, whatever makes you happy. There is no rule or law that says that you have to leave your entire estate to only somebody that has blood relation to you. I mean, that's absurd. That may have been how it was, back in the old days. I was going to say 50 years ago, but I don't consider 50 years to be old. But, back in the day, I guess that's how they did it. Everything just passed down from parent to child, grandparent to parent to child to whatever, and it just kept going. But, you can consider somebody family and they not share an ounce of blood. My 3 best friends that I have don't have a drop of blood relation, and they are my family. I would do more for these 3 individuals than I would some of my own biological family. Because blood don't make you family. It does in the eyes of the law.
Right.
But that's not what family is, So, and it shouldn't be like that. If you want, there's been people all throughout history that have left belongings, money, property, a pair of shoes, whatever, to somebody in their will that had no relation. I mean, how many, you see the thing with the, and I know that might touch a nerve, but like those rich people that have the housekeepers and stuff, and they said their kids were all spoiled in Lifetime movies, the kids are spoiled, and they end up leaving everything in their will to like the housekeeper or an estranged child that they never had anything to do with, and the rest of the family's like, oh, no, you can do that. There's nothing that says that everything has to go in a specific order. The only people that follow a specific order are the courts. There is a specific order when somebody passes it's like a pecking order. If somebody passes away, the spouse has first rights. If their spouse does not survive them, it goes to their children. If they don't have any children, it goes to their parents, that person's parents. If the parents don't survive that person, it goes to the siblings. If the siblings have all passed before that person, then it goes to this person and to that person. There's an order that the courts use to determine, as a pecking order of how the things get passed down when there's no estate planning in place. They have a set.
Yeah, I got 3 sons and then that's it.
Yeah, as far as family goes, as far as blood goes. And if you were to pass away with no estate planning and your wishes are not put down on paper, the state gets involved, everything goes into probate, and then the state makes a determination who is the first relative on the list, and they have it. I don't know what the list is. The order, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but they go down that list. And it's a very lengthy process. And like you said, you're right, a lot of times by the time the process is over, there's nothing left. That's why people do estate planning.
Right.
Well, that's why people do estate planning, so that there's no confusion. This is what I want, and this is how I want it. Look at what was that guy's name? I think he was a famous, was he a painter or something? He's got a mansion in Miami. Justin and I saw it.
Wait a minute.
Is it? I don't know if it's Leonardo da Vinci
He
or.
passed away.
well, it passed away a little while ago, but I don't know if it's like Leonardo da Vinci or it's some kind of famous artist or something, left his entire estate, the mansion, all of his money, to his cats.
Cute cat?
Kitty cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now the cats have free reign of the entire property, the mansion, and the money pays for the full-time staff to take care of the cats.
Where in Worth?
Huh?
I
It's
can't think of the name.
I've seen. I want to say it's like Leonardo da Vinci or
God dang it.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what his name is.
Ah,
Got a beard.
I can't even remember.
Worth. Something Worth.